Yo, yo, and yo. What is happening, everybody? Okay, all right. Today, we in a different part of my damn room. Okay, the part that I likes to hide from people because it's my private part. No, I'm just playing. Did y'all get that? Anyway. All right, well, child, first thing I needs to do is smoke. Now, I'm mad because during the whole countdown, my ass was sitting there looking for lip gloss. Hold on, let me wipe this camera off. Just a little bit. All right. So I'm sitting there looking for lip gloss like a crazy the whole damn time during the countdown. And I hope that everybody can hear me. Scotty, can you hear me? All right, guys. By the way, we are 53% through this book of Carlitas. Okay. And the last time we left off, she was talking about, let's see what she was talking about. She said, oh, Minister Farrakhan had came to town, and this fool decided that he was going to go into Black Panther, not even Black Panther, because the Panthers don't do that. I'm sorry. But he was going to go into my brother. Okay? Instead of my nigga, hey, my nigga. No, he didn't go into that. He went into my brother. Okay? So he got his ass traded, in her words, to another team. Bye-bye. Gotta go. See you later. All right. Anyway, she was upset. She wanted to know why he just couldn't shut his damn mouth, honey. Just shut up and stop making up all that damn noise. Over there yapping and papping. Good day, all. All right, let's get into this. Because y'all know. Well, damn. Before I even start. Okay. Woo! Now that I got that fire up out of me, let's do this because I don't want to waste too much time. We're pretty far along in the book and I'm pretty excited about it. And I want to see what else she was talking about. Remember, she was talking about the fact that her and R. Kelly had started that damn affair. And she was saying that she wanted it to happen, okay? But she also said that that N-word never paid her back her money, okay? She didn't really need the D. She needed the money, but he didn't want to pay that back. Okay, he did. Demetrius and his sister, Janky. All right. His cause was without merit. No one was doing a thing for him, a thing to him. And this is Craig we're talking about. No one was doing a thing to him. If he wanted to follow the minister, no one had a problem with it. It was always about the black man. And it got his ass traded. I told Craig, how about me and the boys stay here and you go? There's not that much time left in the season anyway, and we'll come out to visit. That worked out fine. It was a cold winter that winter, and things were changing once again. Craig had left, and I was home getting the house in order. I loved being home with the boys. It was cool, although we missed Craig a great deal. We visited him a few times in Phoenix. What the hell you miss Craig for? His ass ain't doing nothing to help you with the kids. What you missing for? It was hot there, and I was not looking forward to moving there the next season. I went out to help Craig find a place to live so he didn't have to stay in a hotel the whole time he was there. The boys and I visited a month after he'd gotten there. It was like a vacation. It was hot, and I loved the hot weather. The people were so nice, although I never really got to know anyone there too well. Before Craig moved into his new spot, we were staying in a hotel with him on our visit. He had some charity event to attend. He asked me to pick up his mail and answer his fan mail from the office of the Suns. I did, but this time it wasn't just fan mail. It was mail from a woman he had met in the short time he had been there. I thought, wow, this letter was hurtful to me, and I couldn't wait for him to come back to the hotel. The woman had also been calling the room, and every time I answered, she would hang up the phone. When Craig came back to the room, he denied everything, which I knew he would. What he didn't know was that I had spoken with this woman and she told me a great deal of things that only he would know. Only he would know. He never told her that he had a wife and children. The chick told me that she was only getting next to my husband to get another player on the team. He was just a means to an end. When I told him this, he gave me some lame story that this woman was doing research on him and stalking him. Get the hell out of here with that lame ass lie, I said. My Jamal was walking now, and he was always falling. I let the boys be free, and the place where Craig was moving into had plenty of room for the boys to run wild in the backyard. Although we were supposed to stay a few weeks, I had no intention on being there. After the ordeal, I was ready to go home. I didn't want to be with this man and in this man's space. A few days had passed, and the team was headed on the road, which was where the woman who Craig had been cheating with lived. I was beside myself. I couldn't eat. I didn't know what to do. I hated this feeling. I wanted to kick Craig's ass for making me feel like this again. It took me back to the beginning of our relationship, where I had to learn to trust his ass all over again. On the morning that I was to take him to the airport, I made it a point to put his bags in the car so that he wouldn't see me and the boys' suitcases. Then, when we got to the airport, I said, just get your hugs and kisses from the boys. I'll get your bag. I was not staying in Phoenix another day. After I dropped him off at his terminal, I went to the next terminal, parked the car, and left for home. I didn't tell him a thing. I didn't really care if he knew or not. All that mattered to me was that I wanted to be in my own home. I flew to Chicago, rented a car, and drove to visit my mom. She told me that Craig had called her asking if she heard anything from me. I was so glad that I hadn't told her I was coming to visit. I asked her not to tell him a thing if he and when he called back. I decided to call him. I let him know I left and that I wasn't coming back to Phoenix. I also told him that we would see him when the season was over. Other than wanting to be home, I also came home to make Jamal see his doctor, to take Jamal to see his doctor. While we were up visiting my mom, I decided to stay in Chicago for a couple of days. I found a specialist to take Jamal to because he had me a little worried. He would fall down and then he would fall down whenever he would be playing, walking, and running. And my little baby was starting to have a problem with his bladder. It sounds like the baby Jamal had a few problems coming up, and then so did Jabril. And it makes me wonder, like, why is it that they had those issues? Some of it is genetic and some of it is Munchausen by proxy. I don't know. I'm not saying she had that. I'm just saying, like, some people, you know, you have to be careful when they be like, oh, my babies are sick. And you got to look at them sideways sometimes, like, is he really? All right, anyway, let me stop. Because I've been thinking about this show, The Gypsy Rose. I've been thinking about it too much. If you guys want to watch Gypsy Rose, the series, let me know. I'm going to download it. Anyway, we visited the doctor, and this doctor was pretty much guessing that there was a problem. He first said Jamal may have spinal bifida. I knew a little about that, so I said to the doctor, wouldn't I have known that while I was carrying him? I know a little bit about spinal bifida. The doctor told me I was incorrect. It could just show up. I started to feel uncomfortable with this doctor, so when I got back home to my mom's, I called the boy's pediatrician in Milwaukee. He was a great doctor. He also made house calls. I remember when Jabril was sick, he was a big help to us in making sure he got the best care. Dr. Piquet was his name. He told me to come into the office the next morning, and he assured me that Jamal did not have spinal bifida. I got on the road right after I spoke to the doctor. I didn't want to get caught up in the traffic the next morning. The 2-hour drive back to Milwaukee was grueling on me. I was jet lagged and hadn't had much sleep after leaving Phoenix. When I got home, it was so nice to see my bed. The next morning, my boys and I went to Dr. Paquette's office. He was so gentle with Jamal, but he saw from the way Jamal was walking that there was a problem. He ordered many tests and then sent us to one of his partners. The x-rays showed a dark mass on my baby's spine. And after that, one thing led to another. A few days passed, and before I knew it, we were setting up a surgery date. It was a tumor growing on my baby boy's spine, and it had to be removed and tested to see if it was cancer. I kept Craig in the loop throughout the ordeal of doctor visits. Throughout the ordeal is what I would have said. of doctor visits. So the surgery was set, and Craig was supposed to fly in a few days before so he could spend some time with the boys. Well, he didn't get in until one day before the surgery. I was a little pissed about it because he gave me some excuse when we spoke on the phone about how he couldn't leave the team at this point. What? I said, are you nuts? Get the hell out of here, Craig. I don't give a damn about the team. If something's about to happen to your son, do you think the team is going to close shop and never have another game? He tried to explain, no, Carlita, no, I don't want to jeopardize nothing. Then he said that his coach didn't want him to leave right away. Now, see, this the stuff I be talking about with these F boys. What the hell is going on? And you too, Carlita, because you one of them women that knows that this man is going to cheat on you, and you don't care. I don't understand it. I just really don't. By the way, I'm a little tired, you guys, because I was tossing and turning last night. That's why I'm reading this early, so I could go ahead and take a nap. Anyway, I said to Craig, yeah, okay, fine. When we hung up the phone, I called the Phoenix Suns office and spoke with the coach. First of all, he knew nothing about our son being sick, and he told me that Craig would be leaving on the next flight. I thanked him and called Craig back and gave him a piece of my damn mind. I was starting to hate this lying-ass man. I let him know that if he didn't want to come, he didn't have to, and that I was by no means going to put up with his crap the way I did when Jabril was sick. I was not having it. We picked Craig up later that evening. The boys were so happy to see their dad, and they loved this man. The next morning, we woke up early and headed to the hospital. I felt sick to my stomach all morning. All I could think of was that this was happening too fast. I know that's right. Now, mind you guys, my oldest son has asthma, and I went to the hospital with him. Although I might joke and stuff about Munchausen, I might joke, I might make little jokes on this internet. But at the end of the day, I know what it's like to have a sick baby because my son is asthmatic and was in the hospital on his junior high graduating from 8th grade in the hospital. So I understand 100%. And to have a mass on your baby's spine and a dude not be there, that right there, that's a mess. My baby was going under the knife, and what would the outcome be? Once we got to the hospital, I was ready to turn around and run with both of my boys, but this had to be done. We checked him in and got Jamal settled in. He didn't know what was really happening. He was only 3 years old. Although he was a baby, we tried to explain the surgery as best we could. The surgery was to take place that next morning. They had prepped my baby in this room for surgery first that morning and let us walk all the way to the point where they took him behind the double doors where the surgery was to take place. I cried as they rode him away. Then I turned and walked back to the other room where he was going to be after surgery. When I got to the room, I was so happy to see my sisters and my mom there. I felt safe. We talked and made jokes. Jabril was all over the place, and he was 4 at the time. We were all piled up in the room. After about 2 hours, one of the doctors came in and gave us an update. I was being strong. Their news was not good. The doctor told us that they had to fly a surgeon in from Mayo Hospital in Minnesota. I think my stomach was in my shoe at this point. I only had one question for this doctor. Will my baby be alive when you give him back to me? The doctor told me yes, it would just be the tumor that was inside his spinal cord, which was not good. They were hoping it was outside where they could just have cut it off and closed Jamal back. But the tumor was inside of the spinal cord. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. After the doctor left the room, my mom said to me, "Gee, Carlita, how can you be so strong? You didn't even cry." I looked at my mom and laid my head on the pillow on the bed, closed my eyes. I am strong, yes and no. What I knew was that I had gone through having to nurse, having to nurse a sick child back to health before, and almost myself, but this felt different. I was strong, but all of a sudden, I felt that I had been to school for this. This was lurking around the corner. Jabril's illness was only to prepare me for what was to come, and now it was here. My baby boy had cancer, and how could I have dealt with this without having any experience of dealing with a sick child? So yes, I had to hold myself together for my son. He needed me, so I couldn't break down. The surgery took all day and some of the night. Whew. When everything was over and Jamal came out of recovery, he didn't look like my baby. He was swollen beyond belief. When I saw him, I felt helpless. The surgery lasted about 10 hours. He had a great team of doctors who came out to talk to Craig and I. They told me he had a long road ahead of him and that I may not be they told me that he had a long road ahead of him and that he may not live to be 5 years old and that he would have to wear a brace on his back for a few years. When the doctor said Jamal wouldn't live to be 5, I stopped him and told him not to speak that over my son. I'm his mom, I said, and I feel he's going to be here until he's done living. It's not what you think or say. I thank the doctor for helping me with my baby and giving him back to me alive. Now I can take it from here. I will for sure nurse my little big man back to health. The doctor looked at me and Craig in our eyes and he said he felt Jamal would be fine with love like ours. I stayed at the hospital with Jamal every night. While he was in the hospital with my sisters, boom, my sisters helped me with Jabril and stayed at the hospital with me some nights. It felt so good having family here with me. After a week, Craig left to meet the team on the road. All right. So Craig stayed for a week that time. All right. Well, I guess it just seemed like in his book where it's like Craig is like the worst person in the damn world. I swear. It's like he ain't never there. But then okay. So what I didn't like just about this transition was that she said that Craig made up an excuse of why he couldn't come. Maybe she doesn't know why, but I thought it would be more juicy if we knew why. But anyway, the coach said that he was going to be on the next flight or whatever, and then boom, he's there, and she didn't really say he arrived or anything like that. So, I mean, I'm just saying the transition was just very abrupt for me. Sidebar. I did an interview the other day about Tasha K with Southern Honey Bun. Southern Honey Bun's page has been shut down. Southern Honey Bun is actually Shamiria Clark, one of my mods that's on here right now, should be. Her page actually got shut down, guys. So what we want to do is support her and, make sure you guys go seek her out. Hold on, let me see what her new page is called. Oh, man, I am so tired, you guys. I'm surprised I got this tired. Let me see. I got to look in a VIP Teahive. And congratulations to our new VIP too as well, who is 6. Thank you, 6 bad A's. 6 little bad A's. Rounders _backpage _brawls. Rounders, ROUNDERS. Rounders _backpage _brawls. All right. Let's keep this thing going. All right. Okay. So Craig was there. I didn't care because he had started doing a disappearing act like he did when Jabril was sick. He knew where I stood, and his leaving was a relief to me. Now, do you want the man there or not, Carlita? Cardi. Anyway, let me stop yelling through this house. My focus was my boys, and nothing and no one could make me budge from that. Jamal came home 3 weeks after the surgery, and that's when work began. He wore a brace and could not walk around. He could only lie around. He hated the brace and would just cry most days, so after a while, I would just join him. When he cried, I would cry until one day he thought it was funny. We had to be careful with this little guy. One wrong move could have snapped his back. Shoot! Not only that, but that crap itch, okay? The road to recovery was long. Craig came home a few weeks after we had left the hospital for the weekend here and there. The biggest help came from my sisters. It was a long road for all of us, but for sure, God doesn't make any mistakes. I wondered if God heard me half the time. I prayed a lot in secret. Other than asking for my son to be well, I asked for strength. I didn't ask him to save my marriage. I really didn't care about that. I don't think I would have gotten through this ordeal with my baby boy if Jamal had gone through, if I had not gone through what I went with. Well, I don't think I would have gotten through this ordeal with my baby boy Jamal if I had not gone through this with my first Jabril. My baby made it through the storm and faced many more in the course of him growing. But one thing's for sure, he made it past 5. After the NBA season was over, Craig came home only to see that we had grown so far apart that our marriage was in trouble. I can't say that I really cared a great deal. I was tired, not just because of he and I, but for so many reasons. I only cared about the boys and felt I could do this thing alone and be okay. So while Jamal was getting stronger, I decided to have my sister watch the boys while I hit the road to visit my husband. The team was on a road trip in Dallas. There was always this thing in me that wanted to try to make the marriage work, and being that we hadn't seen each other in a while, I wanted to surprise him. I remember speaking to him the night before. I never told him I was coming to Dallas, and I surprised him all right. He was happy to see me, but he had given me all the wrong times on his arrival. He was already in Dallas when I got there. When he opened the door, I could tell he was expecting someone else. I watched him scramble to pull himself together. When I got to the room, the first thing he did was take the phone off the hook. When I went to the bathroom, I put it back on the hook. When he went to the bathroom, I put it back on the hook. It ran like crazy. It kept ringing off the hook, and every time I answered it, the person on the other end hung up. It tickled me. What tickled me the most was watching him make excuses to leave the room. I told him a few times that I would walk with him and how much I didn't want to be out of his sight, and of course, how much I had missed him. It was too funny. I gave him a pass. I went to take a shower and he left to fix his mess. He was only going to call whomever he was supposed to hook up with to cancel. I guess to let them know his wife was in town. I'm not sure who she was, and I really didn't care. Craig and I did have a good visit, and we spoke about our marriage and how we were in trouble. I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer, but hell, I had gone through so much in the past few years with him. There was no trust between the two of us. I believe we were both afraid to call it. So we went through the motions of being married, smiling on the outside and crying on the inside. I guess it was for the sake of our boys. The one thing I couldn't understand about my husband or men in general is him thinking that with all he was doing, I was going to sit and fiddle my fingers. I didn't, and I had taken it up with my mentor early on. He was in the NBA as well, and he was good to me in more ways than one. Y'all remember she slept with this mentor. It wasn't anything planned, but it happened. Then there was this time he kept pushing me to work with Robert. I felt he gave me a project to keep me out of his way. And to this day, I have no regrets. She's talking about R. Kelly, guys. Woo! Okay. Now, damn it. Now we going on to chapter 9, y'all. Now she said she ain't got no worries. Okay, I'm finna read a couple of these comments though. The mouth gets dry when you read this much, damn it. All right, let's see. Who talking about it? Hey, good morning, Serenity, Bree, Miss Kiki, Serenity, and Kimberly O'Neill. Why this thing not letting me scroll down? How do I scroll? Oh. Arnesia and Bonita, Karen and Lovely, and 6, Gabriella and Tess Justos, and Bonita. But I said that already, so let me get over here to Karen and Spicy, and Sheila and Gabriella. Don't forget about Melanin Mary. Matter of fact, where the hell is Mary? Matter of fact, I see LaShawn and Shamiria all up on the line. Oh, Erica, girl with wine. Oh, bitch, I got skills. I'm telling y'all. I got skills. I love it. I love it. Shit. All right, let me get back. All right, let me get back to it. Craig became more militant, y'all. We on chapter 9, y'all. Craig became more militant, and this one is called a tribute to the Bulls. Trade to the Bulls. Trade it to the Bulls. Trade his ass. Trade. I'm not reading this whole chapter. I'm tired. Craig became more militant. It seemed that the more he smoked, the more courage he had. I called it delusional courage. The Phoenix Suns seemed to find a way to get him back on the other side of the world. He was traded to the Chicago Bulls. Another trade I thought, wow, how many times before he out of the league? I never knew why, but if I had to guess, I'm sure it would have been because his drug test was bad once again. I stopped arguing with him about getting high because he didn't care, so I didn't. I would even pick up his weed for him sometimes. He never bought small amounts. He would buy hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth and would smoke it as fast as he bought it. This thing called marriage was getting old to me. Well, it was good. He was coming home so the boys would get to wake up with their dad again. My release was going to the farm and chilling out. Craig had bought us our second home far away from everyone. I loved it. The farm in Walkerton, Indiana, and we used it as our summer home. It was a real getaway. It was on the 180 acres that he bought, and only about 5 acres was developed. I had 5 bedrooms with a 10-carriage garage, a guest home, a full court gym, and 2 swimming pools. When I was out there, I rode our horses every morning. I felt as though I was waking up on a vacation every day. Our family and friends visited a lot, and Craig played golf every day. He and his friends would leave every morning at about 4 a.m., drive to Chicago Heights every day or wherever they were going, and we wouldn't see Craig until maybe 10 p.m. in the evening. Again, I didn't mind because I was happy raising the boys. They were happy and woke up every morning to breakfast, swimming, and playing. What a kid would want in life. The summers on the farm went by fast, and there was a bit of drama from time to time. Here's a little snapshot of the drama. There was a couple who took care of our horses on a weekly basis, and on this one particular weekend, my family was there visiting. My sister Deneen and I were doing laundry, and my brother decided to help out with the horse keepers for some reason. I guess he thought he would show off a bit. He jumped on one of the horses' backs and had barely ever ridden a horse before. Something spooked the horse, and of course the horse threw him. As the horse fell on him, it caused him to dislocate his hip. Weeks later, after being released from the hospital, he sued us. I thought that was a bit much, and for what he received for the lawsuit, it was not worth it. I was surprised and hurt by his actions. It's not like we weren't helping him out every step of the way with his recovery. I think he thought he was going to get rich quick. I'm sorry, bitch, hold up. I got to see something. Because hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hi, Carlita. Hi, it's Toxic. How are you? Good, good. So right now you're not live. I'm live. We're reading your book, right? You had mentioned that one of your brothers fell off of a horse. Was that Yeah, I'm reading it on my backup page, on my backup channel, and then I'm uploading them to their home channel. But I only read live on the backup channel now. But we just want to know the brother that jumped off the horse, that jumped on the horse and got bucked off the horse. Who was that? The it was Demetrius, the idiot. I thought so. All right, let me finish reading. I'm gonna send you some links. Yes, you did. You gave it to me. You even offered. Yes, ma'am. You even offered to send me a copy. I have it all. All of it's recorded. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You gave me the. Oh yeah. So what I can do is I can play it for you. But let me call you back, okay? Okay, baby. Bye. Okay. So I'm gonna have to dig up my records. Okay, but anyways, so she thought he wanted to get rich quick. People say watch outsiders because they're always on the come up. I say watch your family. They're on the come up as well, and they do it and they do it all in the name of love. It hurt to see that my brother would do such a thing to us. And then there was a time Craig's mom planned a gathering. So hold up. So Demetrius Smith actually sued his sister, and he wonders why nobody deals with him. I just can't. You actually sued your sister, and you wonder why nobody wants to deal with you. I can't. I cannot. I don't care who do what in my family. I'm not suing them. Okay. Anyways, so it seems, so let me just give you guys a really quick update. I'm probably going to make these videos unavailable shortly because I feel like I'm about to make an agreement with her as well. But I'm about to, I don't think Carlita's definitely in her right mind. She is not crazy. She's a very soft-spoken, very smart, intelligent lady. Okay? Let me just tell you that right now. She got her whole head on straight. Okay? But I don't want to take away from her book sales. So what I'm going to do is, of course, like I said, you guys can go get them on Amazon. And then, of course, I will be making the videos unavailable like I do. Y'all know I love to do that because then it gives me the opportunity to read them again. All right. So she says, then there was a time when Craig's mom planned a gathering at my home and didn't inform me. Child, no, she didn't. She lived in the guest house on the property at the time. Hold on, y'all. She lived in the guest house on the property at the time. I found nothing wrong with her doing whatever she wanted to do in her place, but what bothered me was she was giving a gathering at my house and never informed me. That was a bad day for us all. Although I tried to go along with it, I was truly surprised once I saw all the cars pulling up. When I pulled her aside to ask her why she didn't at least let me know she was inviting people to pull up to my home, all hell broke out. I didn't think I asked an out-of-place question. She lived across the way, not in my home. I decided to work with her. I got out of her way in my house to keep the peace. And I kept the boys and my company out of her and her guests' way. Crazy, I know. But I did have to use the kitchen a few times. When I went to the kitchen to get snacks for my babies, I overheard this woman talking crazy as hell about me. When they saw me enter the room, it became very silent. I walked through the room with a smile, wanting to say something, but nope. I kept cool. All right, guys. Where am I at? 38 minutes in. Okay. We are going to read a little bit more, but I'm seeing a lot of comments show up. I do want you guys to know that you should most definitely go and cop this book on Amazon. If you guys look down below in the description box, you will see that I have everything there, the name of the book and who wrote it and everything else, all of the wonderful things about Miss Carlita. And you can always go to Amazon and cop this book. I bet you Demetrius Smith feels stupid as hell now because Demetrius' ass was so mad about me, call himself. So he wasn't mad that I was reading his book, right? But he figured that he could get more sales than he would if I was reading it, right? So I had you guys reading the book along with me. I had you guys buying the book. And I bet you his ass is mad as hell because as soon as I stopped reading his book, everybody stopped talking about his ass. Now what? Now what? Now what? You didn't want me to keep the book up. Now nobody's worried about you anymore. Nobody's talking about you and everything they have to say about you is negative. You had somebody on your team and you fucked up. You done messed up. Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Kiki, baby. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Go cop on Amazon. All right. After some time. Oh, okay. Wait. Let me go back. When I went into the kitchen to get snacks for my babies, I overheard this woman talking crazy as hell about me. When they saw me enter the room, it became very silent. I walked through the room with a smile, wanting to say something, but nope, I kept cool. After some time had passed, my sister flagged me to come to the entrance of the room. They were all sitting to hear what was being said about me. His mom was saying how she had a plan to get me out of his life, how she hated me, I was no good for him, every crazy thing she could think of. I had a few choice words for her and I asked her to leave. In fact, I asked her to leave the property and never come back. We went back and forth for a while, all with our words. I had taken all I could take. I'm pretty sure that was the buildup of years and years of frustration dealing with this woman. My asking her to leave didn't go over well with Craig. When he came home from golfing, I let him know what happened. At first, Craig showed compassion for what took place and said that his mom was wrong and blah, blah, blah. But no sooner had he called her that he switched gears. No sooner than he called her that he switched gears. I was by no means surprised. He had never stood up for me, so why would this time be any different? So when he started in on me, I was ready. I had already packed him a bag and politely told him he could get the fuck out as well. When he left with my blessings. This was just Craig being Craig, never ever standing up to his folks. I didn't care. This thing was done anyway. I was ready to live like he was living. He had other women. He was out experimenting with whatever came his way. There was another time when I walked in the kitchen at my mom's home and Craig was sitting there talking with my mom and brother about the accident with the horses, the ordeal with his mom, and a few other things. I stood where I couldn't be seen. I stood where they couldn't see me listening. Craig said he would have divorced me a long time ago had it not been for the boys. I walked in the room and everyone looked as though they had seen a ghost. Then dead silence settled. I smiled and said, "Oh, don't stop now. It was just getting good. And dear, if it's a divorce you want, I'll grant you that." I was so angry with Craig, my mom, and my brother. They were having a ball dragging my name in the mud. My family had let me down once again, but nothing like what was to come. Now, you mean to tell me the God-fearing mama was sitting up talking about Carlita behind her back? I don't like that. Because you know what? My mother does that to me too. And I'm probably taking this on a little bit more personally than I should. Only because my mother does that to me. She would sit up and talk about, I remember when I got my damn license, my mother went around telling people I didn't get my damn license. I bought my daughter a Chromebook. She told people my daughter didn't have a computer. Like, what's wrong with you? So maybe I'm taking that a little bit personal, but I don't like that. And then the brother, you're supposed to be looking out for me. And, you know, that's what I don't like about Demetrius. You could tell that he's not right in the head. Look how he did his own sister. He sued his own sister. First of all, you involved her with a man who ended up it's assisting her in committing adultery. Okay, talking about R. Kelly. And then all of a sudden you want to act like she was doing something wrong when she was dealing with him. And this is after you asked her to deal with him. Okay, you knew that her husband wasn't all the way there because you're a man and you know what's going on. Don't try to front. Quit trying to act like. And then you're just too damn much. You get bucked off the damn horse. It's too damn much. Now you dragging her to her own husband. Who does these things? See, this is why that dude is a complete lame. I'm telling y'all. Anyways, I am going to be putting some more stuff out today since I was questioned about it. I'm going to call Carlita back. I'm going to put some stuff out there. Well, because you know what Carlita said to me, Kimberly, if you go back and listen to the video that was played before from Carlita about Demetrius Smith that I had uploaded, it's on this channel. Just type in Carlita Hodges, Carlita and Toxic Diamond. And it should pop up. But she was saying, I done lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Oh, she was saying that Demetrius Smith had presented their mother like a God-fearing, like every time he went to jail was like, oh baby, y'all don't remember the voice I was using for her? You'll be okay. The Bible said in Timothy 5:3, and throughout that whole book, she was just, the Bible says that, the trouble don't last always and all of that stuff. But then in this book, and then Carlita said also herself that the way he presented her is not accurate, and that he put on, he put the drama in it. He put the drama in it. Let me tell y'all something. For folks that don't want me reading their books, I'm not going to do nothing but read it live and delete it anyway. So get over it. That's first and foremost. That's for anybody who don't want me reading it. But I don't have to save your book on here and allow you to copyright me. I can simply delete the live after I finish reading it. So please believe we will be reading Demetrius Smith's book again. Please believe this, okay? Specifically, one of the funniest chapters I ever heard in my life was when his ass got high on crack and ran his ass across the street, ran through the streets. And if y'all see how feminine and how damn dramatic Demetrius Smith is, you will understand that shit is hilarious as hell to me. And I can't wait to read it over again. But anyway, Carlita's story is, whoo, child. This story is juice. Okay, juicy fruit. All right. So we're 60% through this book. It looks like we're going a little bit fast through this book. Let's go ahead and pull up. Let me close this book and pull up some more books. Now, here's the thing. I've already asked you guys this. Let me go down to the last reading. Let me see something. Let me see. Because I ain't been seeing what I need to see up on the last read. If you need Nikki, I'm going to give you Nikki. I'm going to give you Rome. If you don't understand, you can go back home. When I flow like this, when I flow like Nick. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with y'all. All right, let me see. Oh, my God. This thing's so inaccurate. Talk about 15 watching. I got 55 people watching. And it's telling me 15. I'm looking at the computer. It's telling me 55. But my phone telling me 15. All right, let's go down to the last reading. Let's go to reading 4. Read to me. Don't worry about the situation. Hey. Oh, read to me. Serena says, I would like to hear from his sister again in an interview with you. Commons book. Have I spoken with Carlita again? Yes, I have. Nobody told me what book to read that we already have. Come on, guys. Let me give you the choices one more time, please. Okay? Let me give you some more choices. We have. Let me throw this book to the dogs. Let me remove this bitch from my device. Goodbye, Asante, Mick Big Head. All right, we have Decoded by Jay-Z. I'm pretty sure. See this, and this is why I told y'all I didn't want to read any more small books. After this, I don't want to read any more of these small, these self-edited ass books, because these people, I can't. It's the pressure in my brain, and I be feeling like, I can't. But yeah, I am going to put out another part of the conversation today, because anyway. Jay-Z, Decoded. We have Angela Stanton, The Lies of a Real Housewife, exposing Phaedra Parks. We have Murder Rap, The Untold Story of Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur. We have, My Life So Far, Jane Fonda. We also have Vindicated by Corinne Steffens. Savages and Side B's. That's just a regular book, but it's by Charisma Keys. We can read that. We have Sheree Whitfield's book. We read this. Let me put this in a red collection. Okay. I Can't Make This Up, Kevin Hart. We have Gucci Man's autobiography. We have Unhinged by Omarosa. Jane Fonda. We have there's just so many. Can we find one on this list? Can we find one on, thank you so much, Shamiria, I see you. Can we find one on this list? Thank you, Miss Jersey, I see you. So that we can go ahead and start reading 2 books at once so I can cop more books. The more that you guys donate, the more books I can cop. Donate, if I can get somebody, let me see. Let's pull up Common's book. Because I'm pretty sure it ain't no more than 20 bucks. And you got to do it a certain way on Rapper Common's book. You can't just put Common book or it'll fucking pull up everything. Okay, first of all, Common has 2 books. The first one is called One Day It'll All Make Sense. The second one is called Let Love Have the Last Word. Now, the ones that we want is called Let Love Have the Last Word. I also want to get Michelle Kramer's book. Let Love Have the Last Word costs $19.50. If somebody shoots $20 to the Cash App, I can buy it. Let me see. Let's see. Michelle Kramer. Michelle Kramer book. Have y'all noticed the lives I've been catching lately? I've been catching hella books. Hella lives lately. R. Kelly, Michelle Kramer live. A Michelle Kramer book. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Hold on, because I got it in my screenshots, honey. Because y'all know I don't play. Hold up. Let me find it. I got hella screenshots, though. I got a grip of screenshots. Come on, Michelle. Where are you? Okay, I got too many screenshots. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up how much her book is. Child, no! No, what I just see. Why? What is happening? Jocelyn, stop. Stop, Jocelyn. Stop. Jocelyn Hernandez. If you don't stop right now, stop. Stop. Oh my God, I'm about to die. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay, it's called Michelle Kramer, Never Underestimate a Mother's Love, or something like that. Michelle Kramer. What is this book called? Michelle Kramer, R. Kelly Victim book, Dominique Garner, Amazon. Michelle Kramer book, Amazon. I just had this book. I don't understand. Where's the book? Child, if I find out she took this book down. R. Kelly Victim, Michelle Kramer book, Amazon. Where is the book? Shut up! There's a new book out, guys. There's a new R. Kelly book out. It's called Soulless. The Case Against R. Kelly by Jim Derogatis. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I am so excited. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Never doubt a mother's love. Michelle Kramer. It's not coming up. Where is her book? Where is her book? Where is her book? The book is not coming up. Why? Lord, don't irritate me. Oh my God. Where's this book, please? I just had this book. I'm so mad. Oh, here's a picture of me. Hold on. No, I'm gonna do it like this. Here's a picture of me with Wendy Raquel Robertson and her daddy. You know the one that played Gina on Steve Harvey? There we are. Hi, Wendy Raquel Robinson. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Where's this book? Dominique and her brother. Who is the guy with the Jim Derogatis, the dude that came out with the first R. Kelly sex tape all the way back in the day that had R. Kelly facing 110 years in prison? Jim Derogatis? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find this damn picture. Cause I know I took a screenshot of that book.